Hey guys, it's time for film class today, and I figured what better day to do a video because, well, quite frankly, today is Labor Day, and some college students are going back to school, high school kids are going back, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, so, one thing I wanted to say for for a film class today is I've kind of touched on different segments on this channel before how TV is like trying to be so edgy now that it's kind of losing it's kind of losing its message, and really, like I've said before, you need to learn. If you're passionate about film, you need to learn from the old stuff. And one thing that bothers me about today's younger filmmakers, I'm sure, that are out there, it just seems like when I talk to my cousins once in a while, like one of them is really into film and he gets it, but the other one that I've talked to before, he's always about the newer stuff, and that's good. But I mean, to really understand film and how it can relay messages and can make an impact on people, you need to learn, whether it's from TV or movies, about the older stuff, like and the history of it. If you're passionate about film, you will end up getting sucked into that. Like I said before, TV tries to be edgy, and there's so many gay characters now, and that's fine and dandy, but even I, as a gay person, kind of look at it and go, well, wait a minute. It feels like they're just putting it in as, well, we have to put it in now. We got to be edgy. We got to be current. But if you really think about the older stuff, like Norman Lear's All in the Family, Jefferson's, all that stuff, to really understand the history is quite fascinating. Like, for example, Norman Lear, who's like 90 or 91 years old now, created All in the Family. And if you don't know what All in the Family is, go look it up. And he also co-created or assigned the team of Jeff Nichols and Ross, also the creators of Three's Company, which is based off of a British show called Man About the House. Norman Lear pushed a lot of boundaries in the first year of All in the Family, which was, they took issues of the day and they brought them to the forefront of TV. Before, All in the Family was wholesome stuff or semi-wholesome stuff, like, I Dream of Jeannie, Bewitched, and they never talked about problems, and the families got along amazingly, and there was no issues of the day, and if there was, it was quite shocking, and fascinating how they talked about it. And they talked about these issues that were talked about at the dinner table and everything. Like Norman Lear, when he created the Jeffersons, which again, if you don't know what that is, go look it up. When he created the Jeffersons, he had the first interracial couple on TV, which was the neighbors and parents-in-laws of the Jeffersons' son, Lionel. And the mother of Lionel's girlfriend in the show was actually Lenny Kravitz's mother. Fascinating, isn't it? Everything's kind of connected in Hollywood. But to really understand and to really to have a respect for the art of filmmaking and writing for TV, you need to study the past. Don't just look at the newer stuff nowadays and go, oh, well, I got to write something like that. I mean, you need to keep in tune with what's going on today in media, sure. But you need to respect the past, and doesn't mean you need to watch every single old show out there like I do, but that's just me because I got no life. So it doesn't mean you gotta like every show. It doesn't mean you gotta watch every show. But I'm telling you, to really feel the impact of how art / TV and film can bring issues to the forefront, watch the older shows, especially shows by Norman Lear. Especially. And the same goes for movies too. Watch documentaries about movies. Like I just watched one about the Rocky movies, the first 6. Not the Creed movie, which I do plan on seeing. But you hear about, in that documentary, you hear about basically Sylvester Stallone created Rocky. Rocky wasn't written by some guy sitting on a couch with a history of writing credits. Okay, he needed an acting job. He was broke. He wasn't getting all kinds of roles because back then, with his small, I don't know what to call it, speech impediment. Well, no. Whatever it's called. I think it was caused by a stroke. But I could be wrong about that. You could look that up too. He created his own role. He created his own fame. He proved he could act through that movie. Then he just became one of the biggest stars of the 80s and 90s. Well, the early 90s. By 1999, he was almost like a has-been. But anyways, he created his own work, and that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, for example, like I got a great writing partner, someone that understands and loves film and TV and stuff, and doesn't mind me shoving all these old movies down his throat. And TV shows, or at least if he does, he's not telling me. But I wrote a film, which I've talked about before, because I want to direct it. Now the problem is, being that I don't have much schooling, and I'm self-taught, and I learned about the art of, like the passion that Stallone used to just have the guts to walk into an office and audition for a movie role and said, hey, by the way, I'm a writer too. That's how he got in there. Okay, you need to feel the passion and to feel like you can do it and not give up. You need to study biographies of filmmakers. You need to study biographies about TV shows or documentaries about TV shows. You need to study documentaries about movies. You need to listen to the DVD commentary, like I've said in film class before. Follow your dream, and write. Definitely write. But also to learn where we've come from and how you want to change things with film and TV, study. Study to the best of your ability. Peace out.